Hey guys, this is the Home Recording Jedi. Thank you for joining me on my first video ever. I'll be discussing mix tips for you guys, hopefully on a weekly basis. This just happens to be number one, and probably, in my humble opinion, the most helpful tip I ever learned and that I still use every day in my mixes. And that is putting a mono plugin on your master output. Alright, so just to get you familiar with the track, I'm going to play about 8 bars for you. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to toggle the mono plugin on and off. Gives you a good idea of what's going on. So if you didn't pick it up, one of the best things about the mono plugin is it stacks all the tracks into one channel right on top of each other, so you can't hide from any of those cool effects you've put on. You can't hide at all. All of your mistakes and terrible mixing decisions will be exposed 1,000 times when you put it in mono. And that's the great thing about mono, because if you handicap yourself by mixing a mono from the get-go, or at least toggle it on and off, throughout your mix, you'll be able to really, check yourself and make sure you're going in the right direction. For me, using the mono plugin is most helpful with determining fader levels, especially between kick and bass, and then also your melody line, whether it's a vocal or an instrumental part. In this one, it's both. It alternates between the pick guitar and the vocals. So using this mono plugin really helps you determine, is my kick sitting where I want it? Is my bass eating up the entire mix? Is my vocal getting swallowed? Because everything's in one channel, your ear isn't being tricked by the wide left and wide right channels. Like, as you can see, I got a lot of those tracks in this mix, and I do it often, as I'm sure you guys do. But sometimes the problem with mixing wide is because these tracks are so isolated, because there's really nothing competing with them. Oftentimes our ear and our brain is deceived into thinking they're louder because there's nothing competing with them. And to some degree they are louder, because they are, maybe if you have your monitors set up in a certain way that's physically closer to you, and you can be deceived either way. Either way, you're being tricked, 99% of the time. So I'll mix, most of my wide stuff. I find oftentimes like 2 to 3 dBs, a little too loud. So once I've put it in mono, I can really check myself and pull those, wide guitar parts down a few dB, just to let them really settle in where they're supposed to be. So yeah, make sure you're always checking in mono, and you can really get those levels sitting where you like. Another thing too, oftentimes I'll start mixing in mono to force myself to get separation between the parts without panning. If you handicap yourself and restrict the use of panning, you really, you have to do some tone shaping and EQing, and that never hurts, and oftentimes it makes your mix that much stronger, I find. So I'll play it again, just toggle between mono and stereo, and I'll do some adjusting in the bass and kick. when I was in stereo, I was mixing the kick, 2 or 3 dB a little too loud, and then once I threw it in mono, I was really able to gauge how it was eating up a lot of that low end in the mix. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This was my quick mix tip of the week, and this is the Home Recording Jedi. Hopefully this will help you with your mixes and your home recording in the future. All right, guys, thanks again.